All right, welcome back. So we are now on to our Super Meat Board race between NX Seco and Intro Jerk. So for the commentary for this race, we have Meow and Graybash. So I'm going to turn it over to them to introduce the run and the runners, and we'll get on with this race.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Graybash, and I have feelings about this game.
Hi, and I'm Meow, and this game is awful.
Yeah, similar
Running is awful. It's a good game. It's a good game.
Jesus.
It's a physics world.
It's questionable.
Why?
But it is a good game. It's a fun game.
For the time it came out, it was undoubtedly and indisputably the king of indie platformers.
I agree with that. But I think we're about ready though.
Yep, are our runners ready for the countdown?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and start. And this I'm actually looking forward to because Seco, when we did this initially, was one of the few people that was actually able to complete the game in under 30 minutes.
And they're off.
And do keep in mind, Seco is one of the people who has been with us the entire year.
So, Forest is pretty standard. It's the first world you do. You just kind of jump around. On this level, there's some pause strategy you can do, but that's more of an advanced technique. You don't want to do that. Hell no.
And this game is one of those games. It's just the bane of commentators everywhere because everything just happens so quick.
Yeah, all the levels were very, very quick. One of the
Seco taking an early death.
Yeah, that happens a lot in this game. One of the interesting things about this game is for each world there are 6 in total that you actually have to do. Most of them have a limit of 17 levels you need to actually do out of the 20. So there's some strategies of which ones you skip. It's like Intro Jerk's going for the skip, gets it. They both get it. Nice.
They both get it, and Seco actually made up a bunch of time with the skip in the level right beforehand.
Yeah. That skip is actually very hard. Just kind of finagle yourself around that saw blade. Skipping 15, nice.
Yeah, they are both going. Intro Jerk's on the right cycle here. Just drop right down. Yep.
And Seco's going for the taking death, but he's going for the skipping level 15.
Yep, there he goes, right up, no problems.
And Intro Jerk skipped 17 instead. Intro Jerk is in the lead, but just a little bit by getting to Little Slugger first.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it looks like one of the big things that Intro Jerk's saving so much time on is the menuing, which I did not expect.
Menuing is very annoying in this game. That's a death for Seco. Technically, it does not matter how fast you go in this stage. It is an auto-scroller for this boss. So that's kind of nice in itself. But it causes some instances like that where you don't actually know what strategy to take. You just kind of have to get to the end. Jerk is joining hospital. There's a bunch of needles all over the place because, going for the quick fall. Oh, he misses it. That's Intro Jerk missing.
Oh wow! And he even
he landed it. But that's actually not as hard as it looks. No, I mean it is hard, but landing on that platform after a while, you kind of get used to it. But
it's hard in the sense that like there's nothing in this game that's technically easy.
No, it becomes an intuitive thing to land on that spot, but it's not easy in itself. And Seco's going for a safer strat and gets it. Nice.
Yep, he had already taken one death there, so that was a smart call.
So one thing that the hospital, which is the level that they are on, introduces is fans, and this game has amazing physics. By amazing physics, I mean it's awful, and
it has some physics.
There's physics on this.
There is at least one physic in play.
Yeah. So
Ooh, Seiko getting the quick launch up with the momentum there.
yeah. And it gets up. All right. So actually, I like the level that Inseko is actually on right now. It's very fun to just kind of zoom through, just like that. Yeah.
There's a lot of options through that one too.
Yeah. So very quickly while they're sprinting through these, Super Meat Boy is a very interesting game in that I keep mentioning the physics. The physics is how Meat Boy moves and interacts with like walls and such, and that is dictated by your frame rate. If your frame rate is not a steady 60 FPS, the physics can and will break, and you'll just miss him. It feels like you're missing inputs, basically.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Oh, that
That's
explains some things.
Yep, that's why most runners use like River Tuner, and you have to change your. It depends on your system. It's different for each person, but like I have to change my refresh rate to 60 from 144. I have to run a River Tuner thing to make sure it stays a stable 60. It's a mess. But they are actually going pretty quickly through this. Oh yeah, there's lasers as well. It's another thing that Hospital likes to introduce is lasers. And we got back to Chad for the first boss.
Honestly, this is one of the only boss fights I actually liked in this game because it actually felt like a boss fight.
Yeah, Chad is a fairly straightforward. When he's not running around on the very bottom like that, he does 3 moves, which is jump from left to right, right to left, or just jump on the center. But you can kind of just grab his keys before you can even do pretty much anything, just like that, and you reveal the sun, and he shrinks his thighs.
Finishing that up right around 5:59.
Yep.
So he's got a pretty decent lead on Seiko right now.
Yep, and we're entering the factory, which is all salt. Everything is salt. It makes everyone salty. As of course, Super Meat Boy, meat and salt do not go together unless you want to, cure it. This is when, in my opinion, that the game starts getting kind of more difficult.
The level Introduction on right now is one of the absolute hardest levels where the smallest mistake is the most costly. Oh, an Introducer taking another death.
Yeah. It's actually I don't know why, but that stage is, you really need to practice it. It's like the second level in this stage, but
yep.
Very very nice with the
that was a good ball by Seiko. Or Introducer.
Yep, Introducer's just kind of zooming along. So there's no platform at the bottom of that conveyor belt. And this one's just kind of zoom. Oh, salt. Oh, he did it twice. No.
Seiko is taking some deaths here as well, so it's not really gaining a whole lot here on these guys.
It's not working. There we go. Jesus.
Don't be awful, but it's actually one of the easier stages. You just held left, right, left, right, left, right.
It wasn't working.
That actually let Seiko kind of catch up, though.
Oh, no, Seiko taking a death there, too.
Yeah, just taking one death, though.
Only one.
They're on the same stage, though.
That was not the level I expected to be the equalizer here. Ooh,
I did not
barely getting over.
Yeah, and Sega's technically taking the lead, but they're pretty much neck and neck. Now there are rockets in this game. All rockets will track you for the most part, unless they are coming from like a quad launcher.
I don't think there was a single new thing they introduced in this game where I was like, oh, cool, that's a fun new mechanic.
Nah, they pretty much steal mechanics from a bunch of other games.
Well, and none of the fun ones.
No.
They're all awful.
It's all salt and saw blades. very quick there. So this stage, I don't think there's no skip. You just it's another kind of auto scroller.
This entire
sides.
The entire theory of this game is like, we heard you like bubblegum, so we put razor blades in it.
Pretty much. The definition of hard in this game is adding more saw blades or missiles to everything.
Less surface to stand on.
Yeah, and less surface to stand on, as seen in this level. So these platforms are my bane, because they are moving, and because they are moving, their physics are different if you are standing on it or trying to wall jump off of it. But sometimes it just acts like it's not there, even though it is.
Well, one of the things I don't think we've talked about is just the momentum in this game is jarring. You go from pretty much no speed to completely full speed in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, so
as well as stopping.
So there are strats to get around that. But for the most part, it's everyone is always holding sprint all the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Except for right here, going for the brownie strat.
Okay.
This is an extremely precise skip.
Oh, they're both going for it. So I can kind of explain this. For this level, there are, I think it's two. Oh, Giorgio got it. There are two. It's like a 2-block gap where you can leap out of the stage and jump on a wall. The problem is you cannot see where that is, and there's a death wall like right on the other side. So if you jump too far, you die. But if you can get up there, there. Oh, looks like Enseco got it as well.
Yep. Well, and the trick is you have to let off jump for just a couple frames while you're holding back against the wall after you do your jump, or you're gonna jump into the salt on the side.
Yeah. That's actually a really hard skip, so I'm surprised they both went for it and both got it.
It would be it would be a hard trick if you could see it.
Yes.
The fact that it is blind on top of that makes it something else.
Yeah. We're entering hell here. I did see Introjerk skipped the second level, which is power strats.
Yep.
Like I said, you only have to do 17 of the levels. So if there's a long level or level that's way too difficult for whatever reason, you can skip it. So what hell introduces is lava and lava bubbles and dying, pretty much.
And more lava.
Yeah, and more lava. Everything is pretty much lava here. That's, I think. Oh, the other thing
that was a nice jump, Seiko. I didn't know you could do that one.
Yeah. Another thing that this world introduces is portals, which we'll get to very shortly.
Not the fun kind of portals that we'll be playing.
No. I'll explain more when we get to those, but it's basically have to dodge all the Cocoa Puffs, cheese puffs, we like to call them. Now, here's the portal. So how portals work in this game is you keep your momentum and you go out the direction you jumped through. So if you jump in through the left, you're going to fly out through the right. So you have to kind of angle yourself and get the right speed to fall the way you want to fall.
Yep, because nothing can be fun in this game.
No. It could be fun. Oh, and Jerky is going for the long jump there to go for the second portal, skipping one. Oh yeah, there's also laser eyes. So how laser eyes works is they stare at you with a sight delay. If that beam crosses you, you die. The whole gimmick of them is you're supposed to hide behind like walls and stuff because they do not pierce walls. Oh, and taking a small little death there by landing on the eye.
Yeah, get in.
Fight it.
Everything's a one-hit kill in this game. So if it looks like it can kill you, it can kill you. If it doesn't look like it can kill you, it can probably kill you.
This is actually one of the best stages to showcase how the laser eyes work. Oh, going for a little skip right there.
Nice. That was smooth.
Yeah, very smooth movement.
Ooh, Seiko missing his long jump there.
Speaking of portals, there's also black portals which spawn these little chompers. They do not look too harmless compared to most things you
Oh, they are so unbelievably annoying.
Yes, when you're trying to keep track of everything else, and then they land and hit something, and then they split off, and then they hit you. It's it can be quite annoying. All right, skipping. It's like I think it was 17 or 18 for Intro Jerk. Seago's doing the nice little
Intro
laser
Jerk's
level.
got the rhythm. Oh,
Yeah,
that was a costly time on death. And there's an easier way to do this by tricking it by only destroying one of the blocks and just dropping down on the elevator. Oh, well, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, this is very much showcasing how much, I'm gonna be frank, how much bullshit this are. But that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get the quick grab before it could land. So, all right, we're getting to the boss of this level. This one's actually pretty easy. You can actually stand in the same location and only jump 3 times to beat it. Looks like Injured Jerk is going for a different strategy, just jumping around. But no, it's standing in location. So if you stand right where he's standing, he should be fine. Because this entire fight is it's pre-recorded. So it's not random at all. If you know the pattern, you know the pattern. And Seiko is doing the strat where you go left, right, and you can trick it to going around. And is joining Little Horn. And so they're both on the boss stage. So like looks like Ensiko is going for the strat where you just stand in that exact location. Oh no, it was a little bit too far to the left. No. Pitcher Jerk is getting Little Horn out of the way and is going to Rapture. Ensiko's still doing the boss fight. Yeah, he's right in the right spot now. So that one spot he's standing in, the fists do not hit him, and his headbutt does not hit him as well. So you can see there, smash, 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 and then does a little head smash. Oh, no, this is the other one. All you need to do is make sure to remember to jump at the right times when he does the swing. Over here with Intro Jerk is a new mechanic, which is talking about physics in this game. Anti-gravity or gravity wells. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but they push you away from them. So as you can see, it kind of makes you hover, and as everything is kind of full send in this game, it makes it very hard. Ooh, that was very smooth by Intro Jerk, though. Intro Jerk has these down. Seiko's skipping the first level.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see a lot of the skips in this world because they are insane.
No, it's awful. An interesting little thing, as you can see with Intro Jerk, is this game also has. So there are some blocks you cannot destroy or do anything with. You either have to unlock them with keys or with buttons. And the stage that Intro Jerk is on right now has both keys and buttons.
After seeing that death from Seiko, you know he is just kicking himself for missing that jump. He had plenty of time.
This is, in my opinion, the great equalizer for runs. Rapture is not nice to anyone. It is also the last full world before hell. Before it ends, rather. We're running around. He presses a switch, so all these blocks are going away, and then just jumping over with the button press. And Intro Jerk is getting to. So these are, I'm not sure what they're exactly called. They're like dummy Meat Boys, but they just kind of run at you and jump at you, and they're awful. I hate them.
Oh, and they're so random.
Oh yeah, they're complete. These are
sometimes they'll jump,
RNG.
sometimes they won't jump, sometimes they'll run, sometimes they won't.
Yeah, they're completely RNG. Going for the nice little behind the saw blade there. Nice. Intro Jerk is powering on with Ensiko pretty closely behind, actually. This is a few levels difference.
Intro Jerk did a real good job with that cycle.
Yeah.
That is not the easiest one to do.
Those platforms are on a timer. It's pretty easy. Just a little short hop from Ensiko there. And as Grave mentioned earlier, this game's difficulty is mostly by getting rid of your platforms that you can stand on. Introjerk is going for a nice little setup strat right here. So you just grab the key. Normally you have to go back and get another key, but you can actually... Oh, this is it. So if you just kind of land here, you can land on the exact spot you need. You can grab this key that's hanging down, and then if you can time it just right, yep, there you go. You can jump up here and skip getting the second key. But can you get the longer jump? Oh, just barely. He's going for it, though.
Once you've made it to that point,
There we go.
you get pretty much as many tries as you want at it. You have so much room that you're not going to fall back down.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty good by Introjerk.
This level is the bane of my existence, too. I hated that tiny little passage through the salt, and he gets the skip first try.
Yeah, that's actually really good. That skip is... It looks easy, but it's not, because those are pushing you in such a way that you have to be angled just perfectly to get it. Those blocks at the very end of that level
can only be destroyed by the rockets.
Yeah, they can only be done by the rockets. So this boss is interesting. If you can actually skip through it right where Introjerk did, of course.
Yeah. And the fun thing is, like, now it's just a matter of waiting. There's nothing he can do to speed this up. There's no actual gameplay. You gotta wait until they jump.
It's completely random if they jump or not, if they scoot at you, if they jump in the right direction. This is another RNG thing. You just have to wait once you get
I think my longest time waiting was 3 minutes. That was actually insanely fast for intro.
That was really good. NCGO is going for the longer strat for that one, but that's perfectly fine. Powering through Rapture. Now we get to the ends with Introjerk.
And even though Introjerk has this commanding lead, the entire end here is not something to be scoffed at.
Yeah, the end is the end for a reason. There's only 6 levels, I believe. It's not 5, yeah, it's 6. Yeah. And they're all long like this. They're all incredibly, just like that. You're at the end of the level, and then the saw blade gets you.
Yeah, that was already a decent time loss.
Yeah, and this one that you have to get 2 keys that are on opposite sides.
Oh, I hated this one. Yeah. But then again, I say that about absolutely everything. But the problem is, I mean it.
It's your curse for giving us awful games to always run.
This is the second game we did, man.
Yeah, I know.
This is literally the second game we did, and I was like, Had some serious questions about the direction this group was headed. So I said, screw it, y'all get Hollow Knight.
Good old Hollow Knight. I'm looking forward to that race.
I am too.
Nsika is at the boss, Larry's. I was waiting for the RNG to get him. Did you have to jump there when he jumps? Because there are little small worms that come out. But he gets it. Very nice. He's going to the end.
Little time lost on that either. That's good. Getting to see races lost to the RNG there.
Yeah, our RNG is... that's one of the reasons I actually kind of like this game. There's not too much RNG, but the RNG that does exist is really...
awful.
Yeah, it's awful. So another nice thing about the ends is it's pretty straightforward in that it's all saw blades. Everything everywhere is saw blades, moving saw blades, and swinging saw blades. For most of them, you have to press a button or get a switch or a key or something like that.
Well, you can't underestimate just how tight a lot of the platforming is through here.
Yes, this is all very tight platforming. What Introjerk just did was actually really an interesting setup, I'll say. There's a safer one, but I'm not sure if it's faster. I don't think it's that faster at all. But
are you talking the walk-off strat?
Yeah, I do the walk-off strat. These are little short hops. For some reason, I cannot do them. I cannot do little short hops. And Introjerk is actually getting to the end. The end. That the whole thing is Dr. Fetus has stolen your girlfriend, Bandage Girl, And this level it's kind of an auto scroller, even though you can skip it. Let's see if Intro Jerk goes for it. But the entire time, Dr. Fetus is following you with a rocket launcher. Yep, he goes for it. So if you can jump over that one, I don't know, platform of saw blades, and you can skip to the end. Hey, you're in pace. You don't have to worry about waiting and getting shot at by rocket launchers. It's that
Seiko
last
taking a
jump.
moment to compose himself after just walking off the edge.
Yeah. All right, and then Intro Jerk just has to wait for the auto scroller portion of this fight to end off.
Yeah, so he's only going to have a few more jumps left. I think we're going to see high 25, low 26 time here.
Yeah. So an interesting thing about where you kind of wait for Dr. Fetus to fall off is if you're standing in a certain location, I think it's on the button, the missiles will still hit you through the wall, which is great. Yeah. So Intro Jerk is in the final stretch. You're saving your girlfriend, Bandage Girl, and you have to go back through the level. And it takes a death. That's expected.
Yeah.
I'm expecting deaths on this level. Seiko is not too far behind. It's a couple levels. The timing of the saw blades gets mixed up depending on what cycle you're on. It's awful.
Gets a slide down. And he's just going to hop up safely on the other side.
Yep, and that's a 23. No,
25,
25, 23. Yeah, 25, 23.
Which is a respectable time for a garbage game.
And Seiko's going for then hold it just right. But Seiko's going for the just kind of walk off strat for right there. That is my preferred strat.
Yeah, agreed.
You just kind of line it up, and you just walk off or sprint off, and you can get right through those saw blades. Or over here, jumping off. Let's see how Seiko does this. I gets it.
Ooh.
Nice. All right, now doing little short hops. Nice, very smooth.
And right through.
And Dr. Fetus. Last level. Unless Jake says otherwise, I would like to see Seiko play it out.
At this point, he's close enough that there's no reason not to just let him finish.
Yep. Good jumps. And doing the skip, nice. Very smooth, very smooth. Just waiting for the time. There you go. So I have a feeling they both runners have practiced on the ends, which is
both of them did real well here.
Yeah, they both did extremely well with the ends. The final world there. You just have to wait for Dr. Fetus to come on over and fall through the hole, which that's the only thing he can do. Because you got to the save point before he did. So once you're here, you actually can't be hit by the saw blades, which is perfect. And doing the final run back with your girlfriend. Taking a small death, but right at the beginning, so it's not a problem. It's a couple seconds lost. Yeah, I mean, this is a platformer in its heart. Everything is precise movement. You have to jump in very precise spots at the right time, in the right way. No.
Too much downward momentum.
Yeah. Like Graves said before, everything is the momentum is very extreme in this game. Once you're moving in a certain direction, it's very hard to stop moving in that direction. You can wiggle about. There's actually some strats involving wiggling about to get a little bit extra height, but
Back jumps. There we go. And finishes at a 28-20, or looks like 28-19.
It was a 28-19, yeah. Yeah, late.
Which again, still very respectable.
Yeah, pretty much anything under 30 is very respectable. So that was a great run by both runners.
All right, let's go ahead. So how are you feeling, Intro Jerk, with that victory?
Yeah, it's
I-
pretty fun. I love this game.
We
I
know
don't
you
know
get
why people don't
tons
like
of
this game.
victories.
Some people don't like this game. I've heard.
Some people don't. No,
Yeah, some people.
I've
some
heard the
people.
same. I've heard the same.
I'm not sure who though.
That one level in the salt world, salt factory, is really annoying.
Yes, the
Losing my mind.
The elevators where you just go left, right, left, right.
it's just
I was
all you
doing
have
left,
to do
right,
is
left, right.
you hold left, you hold right, you hold left, you hold right. But
You would think.
It's
You
all
would
timing
think.
though. It's all timing.
Oh,
So
yeah,
if
you don't.
if you get the timing wrong, you don't got the flow.
Honestly, I've done that before. I've finished it before first try many times.
A marathon
believe you.
marathon luck. It's all
Yeah, that was
marathon
one
luck.
of the
even
points
luck.
where Seco actually caught up quite a bit on that one.
Yeah. You guys
So how
were
are you
neck and neck.
feeling about that run, Seco?
What's up?
How are you feeling about that run?
Not great, but I finished sub 30, so that's kind of better than I was expecting.
Yeah, you actually did pretty good.
Yeah, I think I did one D-Rust run since the tournament, so it went better than expected.
I think
Yeah,
it was
no,
solid.
and you're still within a few minutes of each other, and on this game, everything just adds up so quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I totally forgot about that rivet tuner thing. I think I used that before and didn't this time, and I like some of my inputs were messing with me, but I feel like that's far from the biggest issue with this
Yeah,
run.
Yeah, right.
For this game, I have like 3 extra programs running to make sure it runs correctly.
Right. I did remember to get the joystick key thing so you can go through levels quicker, but I forgot about the rivet tuner. I actually have it on my computer still, but I forgot to use it.
I gotcha. Oh, that's another thing I'd rather
I didn't
mention.
even know that existed. So
So, you guys are both playing on controller, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Xbox Series controller.
Yeah, I play with keyboard, but
crazy.
the reason why you need the keyboard, the joystick, whichever one is,
Joystick key.
joystick key.
yeah, is you have to bind your A and S keys, because if you press A when hitting Bandage Girl to end the level, you skip over to the next one. If you press S, it brings you back to the world map. It's basically just menuing stuff, but it saves seconds.
Well, and we saw Seco losing a lot of time early on to menuing.
Yep. Yeah, on Forest, I was a half minute behind my PB. And then finishing Hospital, I was somehow 8.4 seconds ahead of my PB, and then it was just all downhill from there.
Yep.
Yeah, you actually
It
made up a
always
lot of
is.
time through hospital.
That's how this game works.
Like plus 49 after salt
You
factory.
guys
Oh no.
were you were really neck and neck right up until the Browning. And
Yeah.
Jerk nailed the skip significantly quicker.
Yeah.
I usually get that
Brownie
first time, but I can't believe that I missed it like 10 times.
It's an awful one.
Well, and that's one of those tricks that we were talking about when you did it. It would be
It's so
a
tight.
relatively difficult trick if you could see what you were doing.
Yeah.
Having to do it blind is
It's blind, and it's I don't think it's technically pixel perfect, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's real
You
close.
have to do it in a very certain way with a very certain setup to
It's
get
not-
that jump.
it's not pixel perfect, but it is very, very tight, and the inputs have to be done very quickly.
Yeah. It's not as simple as just a jump to the left and you hold right or whatever, or the other way around. Jump to the right, hold left. It's a jump in a very certain way.
Yeah, and you have to use your sprint in a certain way for the jumps and things like that.
And hold off of it for a couple of frames here and there. It's awful.
Yeah.
But
All
very
while
good
not
runs.
looking.
Yeah, yeah, you can't see anything you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was okay. Wait.
Yeah. Sure,
Come
sure.
on.
Yeah. GG's, both runners.
GG's.